I mainly hate school because of the bullying.
Amanda was called a slut. She was called a whore.
If you're having issues with bullying again, you need to go talk to your counselor.
I did.
And what did she say?
Nothing works, okay?
There were some boys that I believed liked Amanda and wanted her attention, so they made up a rumor that she was giving on the bus after school. I think that the bullying that Amanda endured in school has a lot to do with how she treats us at home. She gets bullied at school, it hurts her feelings.
I'm not in prison, I'm in hell. There's a difference.
The bullying was just the worst possible thing.
The fighting with Amanda started in school around the time that she was being bullied.
You either threaten me or my family. You bully me, I'm gonna turn around and give you exactly what the hell you deserve.
Do you agree that violence isn't a very efficient way to solve problems?
I know it's not.
And I don't mean in theory, I mean in practice for you.
I know it's not.
Yeah. And would you agree that you kind of have a one-size-fits-all response, which is, I'll punch you out, I'll get up in your face, I'll whatever. And
Yeah.
would you agree that that one response isn't working?
I know it's wrong, I know it's not working, but there's nothing else for me to do.
You're doing what you know to do.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to just stand there and be a punching bag. You're doing what you know to do, okay? Have you ever heard me say that the most powerful role model in any child's life is the same-sex parent?
Yes.
Have you grabbed her by the hair
Yes.
and dragged her out of a school dance?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That was a couple of weeks ago. She snuck out of the house. She was punished. She wasn't allowed to go anywhere. She knew she wasn't allowed to go anywhere. So I went down to the school, and the principal found her for me, and I saw her. Her back was to me, and her arms were around her friend. And at this point, I was seeing red. I was so mad at her because she snuck out. She's at the school dance. So the first thing I grabbed was her hair. I pulled her back. Once I had her in arm's length, I grabbed her by the arm, and I pulled her out of the dance by her arm.
Well, that's a minute of my life I can't get back. I just sat there listening to you justify walking in. Look, you need to stop justifying things and then telling me you're not. You do it and then I label it. Oh no, I'm not saying it's okay. And that's why I said, you just wasted a minute of my life I can't get back. You just said, well, yes, I did. The principal went and found him. And it all ends the same way. You walked into a dance in front of her peer group, you grabbed her by the hair, and you dragged her out of the dance. What the hell are you thinking? Why was she raised by her grandmother till she was 7?
Because I worked a lot. I was a young mother. I always worked 2 jobs. So my mother watched her a lot for me. There was even a point where I was going to school all day, working all night. So she was my babysitter.
She's more than your babysitter. She raised your daughter.
She did.
So don't call her a babysitter. She raised your daughter. What, are you kidding me?
She did.
And you may think, boy, this is going badly. I brought her in here to get fixed, and he's kicking my ass. That's not the deal. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Somebody needs to give you a wake-up call. You have this little girl, and she's raised by somebody besides you till she's 7. Then you take her back for a year. And what happened that she went back to grandmother?
I was married previously, and I got a divorce. So we moved back in with my mother. I don't know. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be. I just don't know what I'm doing. My mother, she helped me out a great deal. She really did. But my mother has a lot of bad things to say about me. We don't have the best relationship. And my mother has no problem saying how she feels about me in front of Amanda. And Amanda will mimic that. My mother doesn't like, what I do or how I dress. Amanda will say that to a T.
You hate on me for the same freaking thing.
I dress appropriately. You dress like
You don't like what no matter
old.
what I wear, you don't like it.
Because it's too revealing. You are 14 years old. Amanda.
Not all of it.
How do you feel about the fact that she didn't raise you till you were 7?
It hurts and it pisses me off because I never had a mother or a father there for me, and it was my grandmother raising me. To the point where I would call my grandmother mom.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.